Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good evening. Sean Hicks coming at you here. Late night money. College basketball free picks. Tournament action. Conference time. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody had a nice Saturday. I can't complain. Nice. I got 10-6. I'll take it. And not a bad March to start here. 25-17, 59%. Nice 59%. I'll take it. Maybe after a little rough February. Free picks are free picking all over the place. We got you rolling right in the chat, straight in there. Twitter, Mr. Sean Hicks. Come give me a follow. Free picks are on Twitter as well. And let's head into some free picks. I'm actually just pulling up UCLA game. See how that's going there. I did like the under in that game. Does not look good right now. We need a slowdown. A little bit of a slowdown in that game. But enough of that. Let's get to it. Let's get to some free picks for Sunday. In the video, how did we do in the video yesterday? What are we, 6-4? Not too bad, right? We have lots of win. No, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wins. And 1, 2, 3, 4 losses. 7-4 and a push with the UCLA under pending. So not bad. Not bad. We'll keep it going. Let's go. Cincinnati, minus 11.5. This is a spot. Where are they? I had notes somewhere. It is. Oh. Let me tell you. The papers. I'll do a little countdown of papers after we read them all. I like Cincy in this spot. It's a big number, and I'm not one to lay huge numbers. And yet here we are with Cincinnati. SMU's 2-10 on the road. We've seen them in big dog roles here. Memphis, Central Florida, Houston, 0-3 against the number there. And Cincy at home playing bottom tier teams, which SMU is, and the equivalents of them, South Florida, Tulsa, and ECU. Cincy laid the hammer, 84-65, 84-55, 83-55. Yes, Cincy. I don't want to say it's a no-doubt route, but that's when I'm laying in 11, that's what I'm thinking is going to happen. Army here versus American. 2 close games, 93-86 and 77-75 this year. And over their last 7 meetings, they would have covered this number 6 times. And yes, we have Colgate to win the conference championship here in the Patriot, but I don't need them to win by 13 here. To win that conference championship, get by. Army plus 12. Liberty over 137.5. I just I got a 136.5 too as well. I saw 137, so this might have come down a tick. It is what it is. I still like the over in this game. I think we're going to see some offense. We're going to push it. A little revenge game for Liberty. 88-81 last time they played. Kennesaw pulled it out. We have the $4 on them to win at home. Now, we need that because we've had a bunch of other losers in our conference tournament, so we need some winners here, but we'll see how it goes. American plus 120. And here's a spot. What is there to say about Lafayette? They're 10-22. And yet they're favored here. And I hate sometimes contradicting myself. I did that today with West Virginia, 5-point fave over a ranked team. They end up, covering by, winning by 10 or whatever. Americans 9-8 on the road. Little better offense. Do I want the 2? Hey, listen, if they're going to lose, they're going to lose. I'm not worried about 2.5. Sign me up at the plus 120. Asheville here. So here comes Campbell, your 7th seed. They played Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So now, 3 in a row, 4 in 5 days, 7 seed, in off a dogfight. You took care of Longwood. You had a fight versus Presby, 68-63 there. Um, yeah, here we go. 4-10 on the road, and you roll off 3 wins on neutral courts. Let the madness begin here, Asheville. I think, or I should say Campbell. Asheville beat them 78-65 on the road, 58-55 at home. And what I kind of like it here, and this number does look a little short to me, honestly. Our team that's 18-2 in conference play and 26-7 on the year. Granted, they play who they play. You still roll up 26, 27 wins. That's a nice season. Uh, Last game, 40% from the field, 32% from three. Before that, against Southern here, 6 of 22 from three, again, 27%, 36% from the field. This is a team that's on the season shot 48% and 39% from three. So they haven't even had a good game yet. They haven't had a good game yet. I'm expecting at least one good game here. I hate to say we hope in one hand and poop in the other and see which one fills up first. But you won 66-62 versus Upstate's a tough team. Upstate beat them this year. They're a scrappy bunch. 75-66 Southern. And you haven't even played well. And you're winning by 9 in the game. So we get a good game. Yeah, I think we have a nice array of winners on tap today. Or this morning. Or however we're gonna figure this out, whatever we're at here. And Drexel under. Last one here in the video, and then we'll get to some matchups for Sunday here. But I have conference wise. So I'm gonna pull up a little CAA with Drexel. So give me 122.5. Their last 2 games, and again, Monmouth, Northeastern, 64-45 and 75-48. I don't care who you're playing, giving up 40 points a game. This is a team that gave up 66 to Hofstra, who's pretty decent offense. Delaware, 58-54 win for them. College of Charleston, allowed 70 points to them. Why do I feel here that this game is first to 100 wins? And it's low. I mean, 122 is a low number. I'm not saying it's not a low number. We'll just look at it here. But I don't mind. Let's go. Let's go under Wilmington and Drexel. All right. Let's see what we got here in the chat. Anybody in the chat here? Nobody's in the chat. Elaine's in the chat. Kevin was in the chat a while ago, about an hour ago. First like. I said, hopefully first of many. Lane's in here, though. I got to give Kevin his first. He's got to be the first one lit up here. Lane's here. How do you feel about the over 149 and Colgate Army tomorrow? Hey, I don't mind. That means Army scoring points. That's what I want. Give me some points, Lane. I'm getting 20. Sign me up. Sign me up. We need some points. Corey Jones checking in. Corey, how are you? Let's do some banner acts. So some championship games tomorrow. We got Drake and Bradley. I mean, this is a toss-up for me. What are you doing? We have, where did I put my Missouri Valley? I have my CAA, some Patriot. And believe it or not, I'm like pretty organized with all my stuff here. But it's just that they're not in any, well, they're in an order, but that was good when I wrote them down. That's just my life. Here we go. Of course, it's on the back of the. Anyway. All right. We're live, baby. There's no editing here. So we saw these guys split this year. The best of the Missouri Valley. 73-61 Bradley, 86-61 Drake. Bradley's 12 in a row with a 78-76 loss to Belmont, their last hiccup. And we saw the Bradley loss a couple days ago, right? Not too far off. 12-1 though, their last 13. You got the Bradley loss. This is it. This is what's going to come down to these two cats. Your Bradley 16-4 in conference, Drake 15-5. Are we shocked that these two guys are playing? This is, and again, I had a couple losers here. So I had, and the crazy thing is today, so we had Indiana State and Southern Illinois to get to win a championship. Both were playing today. Both lost. I had Bradley money line. I took Drake with the spread. I ended up hitting those two today. But no big payday. The champs are here, 25-8, 26-7, two really good teams. And I don't have a side on here. I mean, I want to pull for Drake. I like Drake, but I like Bradley. They're playing together. Hopefully, both these guys get in the tournament because they'll give somebody fits. Camp Bell at Asheville, we talked about. We're going to go to Asheville, Liberty, Kennesaw. I didn't have the over here. It's underneath scrolling, but I like that as well. Kennesaw to win. Let's go. Let's see. Horizon isn't going till Monday. We have none of these we could talk about here. Big Sky action. I mean, do we have Do I have matchups for Sundays? Nope. This is that. Yeah, these late games I can't really. They're frustrating trying to get the lines up early. All right. So West, we do have. I looked for little early lines on these two guys, Western and Furman. I do have a number. It's 11 and 153.5. We'll add that to the chat here. It's plus 11, 153.5. It's kind of ended there. So, are we going to take money in Furman here? I don't know. Head-to-head wise, Furman 93-59, and then Western got them 79-67 at home. So total off day there after you drop a 93 spot on somebody. The Catamounts, hey, just 2-6 on the neutral. You see how they're doing. While we have the Furman taking care of business. Let's be honest. We have a team in Furman who's pretty good all year, 17-12 against the spread. Against a Carolina team. Listen. You beat East Tenney, okay. Coming into here with that 4 or 5, not too bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What they got? 7, 8 wins in their last 10. Not terrible. But much like we have with Asheville, I don't want to say Drake and Bradley, but we have a team that's you run up 25 wins, you take care of business in your conference. They have. Do I want to lay 11? I'm not sure. I mean, they just won by 73-58. They beat Sanford by 14. 3-point win over Mercer. 4 over East Tenney. They lost at the Citadel, laying 16. So they can be nabbed. 15-point favor Western Carolina. They covered there. 17-point favor VMI winner. 11-point fave Wofford winner. 10.5-point fave winner. No stranger to big numbers. Do they run it up here in the tournament? Covered 10 today. But again, it's sometimes you like these, or I like them a little more than other times. And then next game up, it was Chatty and Wolford. I have not seen a number. I'm guessing this to be around probably like a 3, I guess. Like I'm thinking, yeah, we got Chatty 3, 150 range, I guess. We'll see. It wasn't up. I sit, and the thing is, after I wrap this up, I'll sit and just watch the screen and just hope for lines to come up sometime soon. I don't know why. Just add them in here. I'm not sure if I'm going to bet that game at all. But all right, next up here. Oh, we just did this. We did the Western Carolina. We're on that one. CAA. We could talk some CAA talk. We have William and Mary and Hofstra. Townsend plus $6 still alive. Now, do I want to lay here with? You know what? Let's just go to the chat here while I dig up some CAA. I know I just mentioned it, but I have to find it first. What do we have going on here? Kevin? This is basically I see the scores of spring training games. I did not. I looked a little bit today because I was kind of wonder how I would have did on pick day. So I like Tampa. I saw they were up 10 something. Look, 14-10. All right, interesting. I would have taken the Astros today, fading the Sox. I would have the Nationals say, look at these 9-6, 18-5, Toronto. I would have liked Rich Hill today against Aaron Nola. That would have been a loser. We fade Baltimore because everybody's going on Baltimore. That would have been a winner. I don't know who was pitching today. So Mets 15-4. Interesting. I would have liked the Marlins there. Again, fade the Mets. Cubbies get it done, but I said I like the Angels today. Kansas City with a 12 spot. I like KC 9-5. A lot of Milwaukee 14-2. Is this just bad pitching? 10-9, 7-6. Kev, I gotta say, last year I had a few, and I'm just looking down and looking for my CAA stuff here as I chat with you. I really don't follow the scores. Like, I just need finals. It's like, where's the final score for these things? That being said, is this because it hasn't been I've seen a lot of double-digit scores in the spring training here. So, is this the pitch clock? Like, is it just the pitchers are just off? They're just chucking in there, and the guys are teeing off. Because I'll tell you what, as an under kind of guy, I'm especially early in the season. It's still cool, and Detroit and New York, Boston, Kansas City. I figure you still get some cool nights. I might be looking at overs here early, Kev. Trevor's looking for Michigan in the Big Ten against Indiana. I gotta say, I don't hate it too much, Trev. Now, did this line come down? I saw a 4.5, and I just saw a 3. And on my live thing in front of me, because sometimes it messes up the stream here with StreamYard. I don't know why. It does for whatever reason. If this is down to a 3.5, I would have to say I'd be a little interested. Now they're off the OT, actually back-to-back OT games. But you have Indiana just got crushed by Iowa. That leads me. Well, excuse me, I had a little burp there. Sorry. All things considered, if it was just a regular Indiana loss, fine. You lose by 20 something, and you're off of back-to-back OTs. But the lines come down. It's tricky. And gun to my head, if I'm laying 3, I'll take the home team. 5, I'll be looking at Michigan. I don't think it's going to get there. It's come down. Chattanooga 3.5 at your place? All right. Chatty's at a 3.5. I could do let's see here. 3.5 versus the Terriers. Two kind of similar team record-wise. Wolford with the 86-74 win and the 85-80 win. Took both from these guys, and now we find them in a underdog role. I I gotta say, we gotta take Wolford here. I mean, I've been bit on the butt a couple times already. This just in this tournament in spots like this. Give me Wolford. Whoa, Hoford. I mean, but again, but they're off a game like that today. Ugh, tough one. Brandon's in the house. Got me there in South Bama. That game. I mean, I don't want to. You know me. I'm not like rubbing stuff in it or whatever. But when we're talking about it, and you're like, no way they win, and I busted up their previous score against them, and then you saw them just kind of pull away the second half. They got a little close, but I mean, what was that one score? It was 85-54. South Alabama's tough, man. You play defense, ball rolls around, things happen. Cubs did again. We like the Cubs, Groovy. You know we're high on the Cubs this year. Rants, welcome in. MLB is going to be weird with pitch clock. Might have to watch see who affects more pitchers, hitters. I think it's definitely going to affect the pitchers more. Like you're up there. Let's be honest. They're in there. They want to get set, pitch. I mean, I'm not a fan of the pitch clock. Oh, we got to make the games faster. Why? For people who don't watch the game? I mean, who are you making it faster for? I don't know any baseball fans like, oh, this is terrible. No, you like the game. You go to the game. How about, they, and I tweeted out, Rand. Someone's like, look at this. Strikeout in whatever, in 20 seconds, 20 pitches, or you get up to take a leak and get a bite to eat. You could miss 2 innings of baseball. Really? You get up. I mean, miss a quarter of the game, getting snacks. All right. Okay. Granted, somebody's gonna come around and order after sheet or whatever. I mean, I know people get up. I don't like the pitch clock. I don't care about people who don't watch it. I'm not trying to. We got to get new people to watch it. How about put a good product out? You'll get people to watch it. I don't know. Call me crazy. Call me crazy. How about instead of talking about expansion all over the place, you get rid of 6 teams and then have better pitching and some better teams all over the place. Groovy's like Wisconsin for sure minus the points, trying to oppress the tournament folk. Listen, they're a Big Ten team. They don't got to press anybody. They're probably in a tournament. What's his name? Lenardi tweeted out their projections of whatever. 41 teams are from the Power 5 schools. And they're talking about we need to expand this up to 100 teams. Yeah, that'll be great. So there'll be 90 teams. Every team's going to get in from the Power 5. I don't want to see Power 5 teams. I don't want to see an 18 and 16 team, a 17 and 13 team. I mean, this is a joke. Wisconsin's in there. It's ridiculous. Do I have it? I'm going to go back to my profile and see. Where's that thing? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Big Ten. Wisconsin is in. They're in right now at 16 and 13. And should they win this game against Minnesota? Yeah, maybe they should. Rutgers should have probably won this too as a double-digit fave, and they couldn't get it done. So there's 17 wins. You're going to lose in tournament, so it'll be 17 to 14 and be an 11 seed in a playing game. What kind of crap is that? And then Michigan, who's could have the same record at 17 to 14, they're out. Michigan's the first 4 out. Wisconsin, last 4 in. Penn State's in. Penn State is the last team in, according to this chucklehead. I mean, this is anarchy. I mean, what are we doing here? What are we doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 teams. And a bubble. I mean, you can't write this nonsense. And then out of the Big 12, well, here we go. We got 7 teams and 2 bubble teams in here. West Virginia is a 10 seed. They got a nice win today. They're what, 18 and 13. They're 4 games under in conference. I'm old enough to remember if you couldn't be 500 in conference, you weren't getting in no matter how good the conference was. 500 record in conference, all right, you're playing good conference, play good teams. You're under 500 getting in? Come on with this. Yet Iowa State, who has a better conference record and a better record on a season, they're not in. Oh, they are in. Excuse me. They're a 5 seed. I'm sorry. Oklahoma State, next 4 out. Really, Oklahoma? They're 16 and 15, and they're a bubble team. Texas Tech, considered. They have 5 wins in conference play. 16. I mean, talk about a rant of the day, Groovy. Moneyline Markel's in house, taking Northwestern money line. Yeah, why not against Rutgers? Do it. I mean, how many laying points are Rutgers? I want to come back to Michigan after that OT loss. I don't know. Back-to-back OT loss, and Indiana's off a 22-point spanking. Yeah, the bad pitchers. I mean, I don't like it all. I think I'm gonna have to lean to some overs. I'll definitely doing some run lines. I mean, I always do run lines anyway. I'm not gonna lay heavy fave stuff. So the legend is here. Good morning. Good morning. Let's get to some CAA stuff. I mentioned the CAA before. So we have the Tri versus Hofstra. Do we really want to jump in front? And again, I got Cincinnati here laying 11. But I don't want to take a 13 here. Hofstra beat them 75-62. 10-1 ATS run. 11 straight wins. 10-1 ATS for Hofstra. So there's that. If you're interested in there. Drexel. So we talked about the under here. I mentioned they're 45, 48 points. They're scoring allowed. Maybe even to take Drexel here. You know, they beat Charleston. They're a good squad. Wilmington, they've won 3 in a row, 5 of 6 in the series. I just think it's going to be a dogfight. That's why give me the under. I think this is going to be like a 60-50 type game. 63-55, something along those lines. Stony has done it again. 15-point dog. 92-52. Charleston took care of business. I mean, again, I don't want to take 15 here. And Delaware Townsend. I want to take Townsend here. You know, they beat Hofstra. They beat the top seed here. But really, it's last year's champs, Delaware. I get it. When we said today, we kind of leaned a little bit on the Blue Hens because of that. You got a little spark to them. I don't want to take them off that OT game. Yeah. No, thank you. No thanks to that. Patriot League. We got Patriot tomorrow. American and Lafayette. There it is. I mentioned it before. We like American here. And Army and Colgate. We mentioned Colgate to win, Army in the free pick, but Colgate to win this puppy. And again, WCC, we can't really do much out of there. Summit's underway. I got no lines really. Did I have a Summit line? Oh, we do have some Summit lines here. St. Thomas -3.5 over Western Illy. Let's start pulling up some Summit stuff here. So the Tommies, 18-11 ATS on the year. And not to be outdone, Western Illinois not too shabby themselves at a 15-10 clip. St. Thomas won 82-69. Western on their court wins 60-56. So a little edge, I guess, scoring wise to the Tommies. But again, coming in, we see Western drop 4 or 5. Tommies 2 in a row. Losses, 2 in a row. Wins, loss, win, loss. I'm not really interested. I mean, I guess I would lean a little Tommy action here at 3.5. Omaha is getting. Oh no, this is wrong because I didn't get this one up here. Hold on, that's wrong because I didn't have the other game as a final yet. It's South Dakota and North Dakota State. Excuse me. Sorry, that's a different game. 5.5 and a 143.5 total here. I'm going to lean a little South Dakota here. These aren't the Jackrabbits. This is the other South Dakota. Again, these teams. This isn't football. North Dakota State, small school football. Head-to-head wise, South Dakota 9-point win. North Dak State 13-point win. Again, winning on their home floor. And before that last win on February 2nd, we see North Dak with 5 straight wins in this series. North Dakota State, I should say. We got to add the state into these guys. Big difference between the schools. I would still lean a little bit towards the dog. I'm not. Sometimes, we rolled in the summit before. It was all about taking oral. They paid off for us good. This year, as good as they are, this conference, I'm not really that high on it. Again, lean to the dog here in South Dakota. That's about it. Comment time. Michael's in the house. Crazy good night. Yeah, I had a nice night myself. Took a little Penn State -2 and Maryland's garbage on the road. Yeah, I mean, we talk about teams on the road and how they win, or how they don't win, we should say. So, yeah, I'm not hating on Fate of Maryland with their 2 road wins. I think every time you come in here, people are like, oh, you got to take Maryland. Well, yeah, okay, they're ranked. You just lost to Ohio State. They're going to win here. I mean, Penn State's, they're not that. They're 18-12. 12-3 at home. Again, 12-3 at home. They're 4-7 on the road. Maryland 2-8 on the road, 60-1 at home. Teams win at home, and you're getting to pick them for a couple points. Whatever. Lay into, yes. This is the old. Oh, we got a top 25 as an underdog. Well, I just lost with Kansas State getting 5 from West Virginia, who was nowhere near ranked. Why wouldn't I take Penn State here? And at least in taking Kansas State, they've been playing good ball. Maryland is not playing good ball. So yeah, Penn State it is. I'm going to add Penn State to the chat after we're done here. Memphis Tuesday, I was kind of thinking the under. I see this 5.5, and it screams way too easy because I think this Houston's that good, right? I mean, I think Houston's just that good a team, and they've won off 10, 11 in a row. They're rolling along here. Beat them 72-64 last year, 71-53, 75-61 in the tournament. That's why a little payback because Memphis got them last year. This is for me. I want to take Houston. I understand an underlook at because it's in the 140s here, and you see some of these for them. Let me get the exact number here. Where's my 146? Over, under, over, under, over, under, over. So that's Houston of late. 134, 133, 147. They still go over that one. 141 and under, 136 over, 140 under, 130 over, 130.5. I mean, so then you see a bloated up number like this, and then you're like, oh, I get it, because Memphis just likes to score and not play much defense themselves. I just think, you know how I feel about the coaching situation here. Big Edge Houston. I think they win. Here's the thing. Not that teams want to lose going into tournaments, but Houston has won. What have they won? 10 straight? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 10 in a row since that Temple loss. Then they had won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in a row. Alabama loss. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in a row. 9, 9, 10. I mean, you never do for a loss, stuff like that. But sometimes you just have a bad one. So they're at 10 straight. They win here, it's 11. They run in the tournament. We're at what, 15? I mean, sometimes you don't need a loss, but it's good to just, oh, they haven't lost since whenever. Can they get picked off here? Possibly. They're undefeated on the road. True road games, not neutral courts. Houston's a tough squad. I want to lay it. I want to lay it. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna say I'll agree with you on the under because maybe Houston says, you know what, we hate you, Memphis, and we're gonna put the screws to you and turn this into a 75-60 kind of game. Wouldn't shock me. I gotta add that Penn State. We're adding it. We're adding it live. We're crazy like that. Here we go. The magic of the scroll. Okay, doke. All right. That's it for your Saturday night. Thanks for joining me on the Saturday night. Lord knows I have nothing to do but stare at a screen. I was telling my wife, I said, she's like, you all right? She's like, why'd you get all the chicken thighs, Adam? I said, it's, tournament time. I said, just got to sit around eating chicken thighs and having some salad. Sitting on my butt all day. I don't get, I said, but staring at the screen, I said, my sixes are looking like eights. My letters are starting to mix in together. So, all right, that's it. Midday morning tomorrow. Thanks for everybody popping in.